Hey everybody, welcome to this vlog. This is kind of an impromptu thing, just because I've been thinking a lot for the last few days about stuff, and I feel like I want to share it with you guys and get your feedback on just what you think about everything. It's not going to be the funnest video in the world, it's about slightly depressing topics of demotivation and stuff, but I really want to have your input. If you want any input on the show, I try and have little votes here and there and everything. This is probably one of the most important things you can comment on, just to let me know your opinion on everything I'm saying, and if you have any suggestions or anything like that, I'd really appreciate it. I got some notes over here, and I'll try not to keep this super long, but who knows. So, I've been feeling really unmotivated to record lately. I've been trying to figure out why that is. It's pretty normal for me over the years to get unmotivated here and there to record, but usually I get in a little bit of a slump, and by the next week I'm feeling pretty good again. This one's been going on for a while. Now part of it is always, you know, as a YouTuber who does this as a job, I do this as my full-time job, it's easy to get bogged down in the numbers and everything, and I try not to get too bogged down into the numbers about how a lot of series I've been doing recently are not necessarily as popular as ones even from years ago were when I was actively uploading them. But at the same time, I can always look at the good numbers. You know, Crusader Kings 2 did really well, and is doing really well. Better than, God, in terms of, like, views and positive feedback and everything, it's got to be up there with some of the most positively received series I've ever done when it was actively uploading, that is, because a lot of the views from my channel actually came from old Let's Plays that started getting found and getting high up in suggested videos and search rankings years after I uploaded them. That's how a lot of people find me, actually, is that kind of slow burn of just having played so many different games, and sometimes one works its way up the search rankings. For those of you who are new to my channel, I've actually been doing YouTube for a really long time now. It must be either... God, it's got to be verging on 9 years now of doing YouTube. If you sort by, like, oldest video on my channel, the oldest video you'll find, I'm not sure what it is, but it's not actually my oldest. A lot of my oldest videos are unlisted. However, you can still watch them in the playlist section if you want to. They're just unlisted because I think they're so awful by today's standards that I don't want it to be someone's first impression of the show. But they're still viewable if you want to see, like, how far I've come. I guess, motivational thing? Everybody sucks when they start, mostly. I sucked for many years. I've been doing a video a day, minimum, for, jeez, it's gotta be 8 years? I believe I started a video a day in 2010, didn't I? So probably, either late 7 years or early 8 years of a video a day minimum. Only time I ever missed any days is a couple times when my computer broke. And I think once when I was helping it with a documentary up north. Other than that, I don't think I've missed any days, which I'm really proud of. That's something I'm really proud of. So I've been doing this for a really long time, and I've always had little bouts of not being super motivated here and there, but I always push on through it. This one's been really sticking with me, and I'm a little bit worried about that. I've been looking at my channel a lot. I always look at my channel a lot, and I really think about what could I be changing to make this better? Especially the last, like, 2 years. The last 2 years I've been really trying hard to improve both as a person and as a content creator, and I'm really proud of the strides I've made. I think my show's gotten a lot better in the last 2 years, and I think I've also become a much more well-rounded person. So I'm really proud of that progress, even if it doesn't necessarily show in the numbers. It hasn't really gotten more popular. I mean, every single month I've always had more subscribers than the previous month, so there's that. But the average view, the average video doesn't really go up for many years. Like, I peaked in 2014. That was my most successful year. Financially, I've always had more success every single year than the previous year, due to Patreon and you guys donating, and Tad helped a lot. Stuff like that, old videos getting popular. Every year I make more than I made the previous year, which is nice, even if it's only by a little bit. But again, I'm at a point in my life now with Fatima's income, my fiance, and my income, that we live comfortably. It's not the greatest in the world. We do need to be careful with our money, but I'm not super worried nowadays, which is good because I've had so many financial troubles in the past, so like this feels really comfortable for me. I wonder possibly if part of the lack of motivation is because of that comfort. I'm not used to being comfortable. And when you're comfortable, I guess it's easier to be lazy, but I don't think it's me being lazy, because when I do get these spurts of motivation, I work really, really hard, and yet, I don't know. So many disappointments over the years of trying something that I think is gonna do really well, and then it doesn't. And I mean, that's YouTube. You do trial and error a lot. You throw things at the wall and see what sticks. But, I mean, I guess I'll get more into that later. I should get back to my notes here. But, I haven't been feeling motivated to record much recently. It's been a real struggle. Like, normally on my Trello page, Trello website where you just write notes to yourself to remind yourself to do things. It's good for my workflow. I can keep notes of like what playthroughs I want to do, my ideas I have. I can write little notes in them. It's just a really organized spreadsheet, essentially, that you can use for free online and have other people join in on if you want to. It's pretty useful for organizing groups, but mine is just a solo one. And I have like a daily goal on there where every day but Monday I need to record at least 2 gameplay videos. And that used to be really, really easy to do. Like, there are many weeks I'd record more than the amount that I plan to record in a week. Or I end up recording on Monday, even though Monday is like, it's supposed to basically be my day off. I started giving myself a day off about half a year ago. And I still do a vlog that day, and I end up usually doing freelance work for Geek Remix and stuff those days. So it's not really a day off, but it's a day when I know that I'm only going to be in front of the camera for 10 minutes for a vlog. So at least there's that little nice bit of relaxation. I don't know. I think that part of my issues with motivation right now is I'm not really doing any playthroughs right now that aren't just me solo recording alone in my room here, not in a call with anybody. I think that's part of what's bumming me out, because, you know, normally that's not a problem. I'd record at least once a week with Brandon, but Brandon's been in the military for like 2 or 3 months now. It's gonna be a while before he's really free to record stuff again, so I barely get to see Brandon, which is really a shame. Only got to hang out once since he left for the military. And I think that's part of what's bumming me out, is I'm not getting to hang out with them and play games and record with them as much. And recording group stuff like that, I find to be a lot easier than recording solo stuff, because not only do I have other people to bounce off of with my own humor and everything, but it's also really fun because I'm a really busy guy. That's my time to hang out with my friends. I rarely hang out with my friends outside of recordings. It's very, very rare. Usually the call only goes for a few minutes before we're recording or live on stream or something, and a few minutes after, we usually wrap up the call, just because that's the time I have allotted to hang out with my friends, is my recording time, and I really value that time. Haven't really had any chances to do that recently. Maybe I need to message some of my friends, see who's free for what. It's just, no one's as free as they used to be. Everyone's got a job now, we're all adults now and everything. And so it's harder to round people up and get schedules together, especially because so many of us are from drastically different time zones. So maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to really get on the ball on organizing that stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe bring Pokemon Platinum and Rainbow Z, what was it? Team Training back, something like that. Maybe not both of those back at the same time, because they're very similar. But you know what I mean. Maybe I need to bring back some stuff like that. And I'd like to. It's just, it's all about trying to organize people. It's difficult organizing people and then organizing my own schedule. So maybe I need to do more group recording. I don't know. Kanung has been a struggle, because as much as I really had fun with it early, I'm at a point in the game right now where it's just shitloads of off-screen grinding so that I can finish the game. The game becomes a real slog near the end, and it's a shame. I'm like 10 episodes in to the recording. No, 12 episodes. I think I'm 12 episodes in. And it's literally like, I just have to sit there and have the game on fast forward. And every 5 minutes, walk into a town, see if I can buy elixirs of wisdom, combine them together, drink it, heal, walk out. Just keep doing that over and over. Every hour or so, I need to teleport around to every town to collect tribute, so I have the money to keep doing it. And it's ridiculous. Like, it becomes a horrible grind near the end of the game. And I'm near the end of the game. So, oh man. But I want to get it done. I don't want to give up on that game, because I'm probably the only human alive who has a full playthrough of that game ongoing. So I really want to finish it. And I think the game deserves it. It's a good game, it's just rough around the edges. But there's that. There's Resident Evil 7, which I actually had a lot of fun recording. Not many people seem to be watching it, probably because they watch so many other people play it. That might be part of it. Also, a lot of people probably don't want to watch horror games just because they're afraid of getting scared themselves. I'm actually pretty proud of that playthrough. I didn't really have any motivation issues with that playthrough. I had a lot of fun playing it the whole time. Episode 1 was a slog. Other than that, I had a lot of fun playing that. I thought that was one of my best solo playthroughs in a while. But you never know what's gonna be popular and everything, and I can't dedicate all my time to recording what's gonna be popular. I'd go insane, you know? That's why I play things like Kanung, where I'm just playing some weird game that no one's gonna look up, and not many people are gonna be interested in, but I have a lot of fun with it, you know? I gotta make a show that's something that I would enjoy to watch if I were a fan of me, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, right? I mean, not that I'm not necessarily a fan of me. I can rewatch some of my videos and really enjoy it. I think you know what I'm trying to say. If I weren't a YouTuber, then I want to make a show that if I weren't a YouTuber, I would watch that show. That's what I'm trying to say. Streaming. I really enjoy streaming, but streams make me really exhausted in a way that they didn't used to make me like 4 years ago. And they've just made me more and more and more exhausted. I've been thinking about why that is a lot, and I don't think it's my health. As bad as my health is, what with my disabilities and everything, I'm actually the healthiest right now, today, that I've been in a while. I weighed myself this morning, and I was 160 pounds. Now that means I've lost like 10 or 12 pounds in the last month and a half, 2 months. I've been looking in the mirror, I look slimmer and everything. See, the funny thing with me is I was very, very underweight for most of my life. Like, if you guys have been watching me for more than like 4 years, you saw me really underweight. Honestly, it's just, I started gaining weight rapidly. Part of it was I started to gain a bit of weight when I first I lived for a year and a week in a one-room apartment with my mother in Toronto. And because I was basically immobile in there, because it's one room and a bathroom, with both of us crammed in there, there's no space to walk around, there's no stairs or anything, I would be in that little room without leaving even into the hallway for months at a time sometimes. I did start to gain weight, but when I really started to gain weight is when I first moved in with Fatima, where I am not a great cook, although I've learned a lot of new recipes now, and I actually quite enjoy cooking and learning new recipes. Fatima didn't know many recipes or anything, and so we were really struggling to figure out, like, what do we eat in a day? Like, what should we make? What should we, you know, stuff like that. And I started to really gain weight there. So I went from being severely underweight basically my whole life. Like, in late elementary school, I would drink, like, my mom would get me these, like, weight gain shakes specifically to try and fatten me up, because there's no weight on me. And then my metabolism just tanked, and it was, well, I was, like, basically immobile, and we had the transition of trying to learn, like, what can we cook around here, what can we afford to cook around here, because we were living in Mississauga when I first lived with Fatima before we moved here to Oakville. So we're trying to figure, you know, what stores are nearby, what things can we make, what things can we buy, what should we be eating, what keeps us full, stuff like that. And now we exercise more and we're eating better and everything. And I've been losing weight just through counting calories. So I don't think it's that's exhausting me. I'm the healthiest at this exact moment that I've been in quite a while. Not that I don't have health problems, but I'm really proud of my progress. So I've been thinking a lot about it, and I think what it is because in the last 2 years, I've really worked so hard on improving my show and trying to bring you guys the best show that I can. I take my show really seriously in that, I know it sounds silly because it's a comedy show for the most part, and you see me goof off with my friends so much, but I take it seriously in that I don't like to put out something that's shit. I don't like watching a YouTube video on YouTube and like there's a horrible buzzing in the audio or something, and it's like they just didn't put in the effort to fix it or stuff like that. And I don't want my show to ever be that. When I notice a problem, I usually just re-record the thing, and if it can't be re-recorded, I'll try everything I can to fix it. So it's very rare when you see those technical problems on my show. And when they are there, I fix them right away. Like, I didn't know the text was going to be illegible in that stream. I should have tested it ahead of time. It just completely slipped my mind that, hey, I've got a new monitor, the game's in a bigger resolution. It's going to be harder for people on regular-sized monitors to read. It just totally passed by me. But the second people were commenting, saying that, hey, they have an issue reading it, I immediately looked at it. I'm like, oh shit, how did I not notice this before? And then I fixed it. Because I did those 4 episodes the first stream. Second stream onwards, it's fixed. Totally legible now. I really, really try and put that effort in. And I think it's because I take my show so seriously that the streams are stressful for me, because I don't tackle my streams the way that your average streamer tackles streams. I tackle my streams from a very YouTuber perspective. And I actually quite like that. I think it's something unique to my streams, but maybe it's something that needs to change. I've been streaming since before Twitch TV even existed. I was streaming on like Ustream and stuff back in the day. So I've been doing it forever, and longtime viewers probably know that my stream used to be way more casual. Like, my streams used to be way more casual than they are now. It was just kind of, I streamed whenever I felt like it. It was random, and it was usually quite frequent and for long periods of time. Like, I could stream like 4 times a week for 4 hours each time or something. It wasn't on schedules, just whenever. And usually right after the stream, I would upload it on YouTube, just as its own little bonus thing of you can watch it if you want to. So on one hand, I really like that my streams are kind of like playthroughs. I think often that works. On the other hand, I think that's what's stressing me out. I feel like more and more now, like, it's exhausting me to stream for even 2 hours is too much for me sometimes. Like, I don't think I'm gonna do today's stream. I was planning Thea the Awakening today, as I show in my schedule on my Monday vlogs. I don't think I got it in me to do it today. I gotta go do more editing for Geek Remix. They've been doing a playthrough of the new God of War game. I've got to edit more of that. And I just, so many little things. I just feel so exhausted. I don't feel motivated to do it, you know? And I think it is that because I tackle it like a YouTuber and not like your average modern streamer, when I'm doing a stream, you know, like if you come to the pre-streams, you know, like I have that moment where I do the intro for the YouTube audience, the outro for the YouTube audience, all of that stuff. You catch a bit of the behind the scenes if you're there live. And, you know, I got the spotlights on me and everything, which I have on me right now. And, my favorite part of the streams is talking to the chat live. But when I'm doing these streams, I'm very conscious that I shouldn't talk to the chat nonstop, and I shouldn't stop playing the game at any point, or like really slow down too hard on playing the game. And on some games where the chat's very active, it makes me miss the chat a lot, because I need to entertain the people there live, of course, but I also need to entertain the people on YouTube. And the people on YouTube are going, because they're not there live, they're not getting the live interaction, they're less interested in watching me interact with the chat, and they're less engaged when I'm taking little breaks to really address the chat. Now, mind you, some people really like that. I mean, that's the reason why I have the chat on screen. It's for the YouTube audience, so that you guys are part of the show. When you come to the streams live, your messages are going to be there forever. You said that thing, and on the YouTube video, it's always going to be there. You can always go replay the video, and it's there. And there are people who watch the YouTube streams, who watch the YouTube videos of the streams, and they read the chat. And that's part of the show. They like when something happens on screen, and then they can read the chat and see the reaction to it a few seconds later. And And so that's why I have that on screen, because I think that you guys are a big part of the show. And also because I'm a variety streamer, that's why I have the overlay, so that I never have anything blocking any of the game. Because I play so many different games, I don't want to be moving things around every single time for every single game to make sure I don't block anything. I'd rather show you the entire game, which is what I do. I show you the whole game, unhindered, with nothing in the way. If it was a casual streaming thing that's not going on YouTube, that wouldn't matter as much if my webcam covers a little, and I could just slide it around a little bit to wherever it needs to be if it's blocking something in a specific game. I mean, I play a lot of strategy games, and the corners of the screens are usually where they like to display information, so I want to move my webcam on those. So, it's a weird situation. I almost wonder if I should be making my streams more casual, because I really want to be talking to you guys more on the streams, to have more laid back, relaxed attitude at the streams. I don't want to go dropping all of my streaming series I'm doing, though. I'm really enjoying Thea, I'm really enjoying Evil Genius, I really want to bring back Metal Gear Solid 5, stuff like that. I'm not saying necessarily that I shouldn't upload them anymore to YouTube, although maybe I shouldn't. Not really sure. Maybe if I did more streams a week, that's just whatever I'm in the mood for at the time, you know? Those casual streams, you know, bring a friend in to talk to and everything. You know, more like the guild streams, more like my birthday stream this year, where Jesus, I'm forgetting the name of the game now. It's like Paranoia or something. It's a really good game, though. And I did Super Mario 64, which was really fun. It's fun going back to that game. So, I don't know. Give me some input if you have any ideas. Right, and another thing I wanted to talk about. I think this is the last of the major things that are making me feel kind of unmotivated and bringing me down. Sometimes I get an idea for something and I get really, really excited about it. I'm like, oh my god, maybe this is the thing that's gonna, you know, help my channel grow again and really bring on some new life to the channel. I never want to stop doing the Let's Plays, by the way, just as an aside. That's always been my core thing. I love doing side projects. I've always done side projects. People who've watched me for years know I've always had big side projects. The creepypasta, stuff like that, you know? I've always done weird side things, but the playthroughs have always been the core thing, and I think I always want that to be the core thing, because I really enjoy those. I really do enjoy being a Let's Player. But the most recent thing you probably saw was my 7 great tips on how to improve in Civilization 6. That video was one that I thought would do a lot better than it's done. I think it's a really great video. I'm actually really proud of that video. I don't think I did a bad job in it or anything. I'm sure there's plenty of room for improvement. But I had a lot of fun making it. It actually didn't take me that long, which I'm surprised. The longest thing to do in it was get the footage, which it always is for videos like that, is just recording all the footage of all the weird little specific things I needed footage of. Especially in a quite slow game like Civilization 6. But because I have very little reach on my channel, it didn't spread basically at all. It did very poorly. It still has potential. The thing is, I think the video is good enough. It's just that people who would be interested in seeing it aren't seeing it. It's not high up in search rankings, not many people saw it right away, I don't think anyone shared it or anything. So, I don't know. It's a shame. I feel like if it spread more, then people would really enjoy it. But, you know, I was really pumped when I was making that. I already started the script while I was working on that. Not necessarily the script, but the note-taking for multiple other videos like that. I've been working on one for Rise of Nations Extended Edition, which is a great old-school RTS. Like 2004, I want to say, was the original, and then Extended Edition is a modern one on Steam, which is very good. The Guild 2, I've been working on one for that. I even have some of the footage for that. I've been working on a tips video for, what's it called? Warlords Battlecry 3, which is a really fun old RTS that's really weirdly badly balanced. It's on Good Old Games if you want to go buy it. It's a really fun game. I really want to play a lot of those on the show, but it's just one of those things where I really want to do those tip videos, but when I put out that Civ video, and I hyped it up a lot because I thought it was really good, and it came out and like pretty much no one commented on it the day it came out. It was only like the day after a few people commented and said they liked it, but it was really disheartening. Like I feel like that really discouraged me because I'm still working on those other guides and tips videos, but I've slowed down a lot on it, and I think it's just, I got really discouraged. I try not to get discouraged. If there's anything YouTube has taught me, it's that you gotta really grind at things, and you gotta really work hard. A lot of people try YouTube and they give up right away because they don't find instant success. You gotta work your fucking ass off to get anywhere on YouTube. And every time I've ever had any success on YouTube, it's because I really worked my ass off, and I'm proud of that. So I know I shouldn't let this get me too discouraged. I'm just worried that maybe this idea wasn't as good as I thought it was. I don't know. If you haven't seen the video yet, maybe go give it a look, and just, if you have any criticism of it, by all means leave it in the comment section on that video. I'd appreciate it, because there's always room for improvement. I don't know, just any feedback you have. That's all my notes that I have in front of me right now. How long did I go for? I went for almost half an hour. I knew I would end up rambling. I think I only have like 10 seconds to cut out of me stumbling over my words. So it will be slightly edited, either than just putting in some music for you guys. I don't know, I just haven't felt super motivated. So I guess the super quick recap, if you need a reminder on what you wanted to comment on. Feeling unmotivated to record. I think I'm not doing enough group stuff. Part of that's, you know, Brandon's not available and everything. But I'd really want to do more group stuff. But the few times I've messaged some friends to see who's up for it, it seems like people are busy, and I don't want to pester people. That's another thing, is I don't want to be constantly pestering my friends, like, hey, come to my weird YouTube show, guys. It's like they have their own lives and everything. I'm the only one of these people who do YouTube as a job. I have a few friends who do YouTube as a job, but I usually don't try to pester them too much because I know they're really busy guys. Like, I know a lot of you guys ask me to ask Bob Wolf of the Wolf Den to come on the show more, because don't get me wrong, I love Bob. He is an awesome guy. Me and him talk all the time in private. He's a great guy. I'm happy with my work I've done with him, both on my channel and some editing I've helped him with on his channel. I don't want to bug him too much. His channel is fucking skyrocketing in popularity. He's got bigger shit to worry about. He's got more important stuff to do than come on my dumb show all the time. I mean, when I first met him like a year and a half ago or something, he had less subscribers than me. Now he's like, last I checked, I think he was like 130,000 subscribers. He's growing like crazy, and his show's rapidly improving. Like, just non-stop upward climb with that guy. I'm rambling now. Right, not doing enough group stuff. I think that might be part of it. I used to really enjoy the streams. I'm still enjoying the streams, but they really tire me. I think I need to make them more casual. I need to maybe not have a super tight streaming schedule. Just kind of, I'll stream when I stream, and here are the things you can follow me on to get notifications for. Like, you know, my Steam group and stuff, where I send you a notification when I stream. And, maybe, I don't know if I should upload them to YouTube. I don't know if I gotta do less playthroughs and just kind of play whatever I'm feeling like playing, interact with the chat more, make it more casual. I don't know. And I don't know if I should keep doing those tips and guides videos. I think I will finish the Guild 2 one, because people like my Guild 2 stuff, and I've done a lot of work on that already. But maybe if it also does really poorly, then maybe I'll just shelf that for, you know, maybe bring that idea back another day when I have better ideas for it. If I'm not doing well at it, and it's continually not doing well, and people just really aren't picking it up, then maybe I should shelf that for a later date when I have some kind of inspiration and better ideas. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I really appreciate your feedback and everything. Again, I check my community page comment section thing all the time. I'm pretty sure it shows me every comment there. YouTube has stopped emailing me for every comment like a year ago, and it's frustrating. because I still have it set to tell me about every comment, and yet it only tells me like 20%. It's frustrating, so I need to manually check that community comment section and scroll through them, and that's how I find all of them, because I think all of them are in there. I don't always have time to respond, but I really do try and find time to respond, and sometimes things get caught by the spam filter. It's not a spam filter that I made. I can pick for certain words to be excluded and put into spam, but I don't do that. I do check the spam filter every once in a while, and sometimes words that, or comments that clearly aren't spam get put in there, and I manually approve them so that they show up in the comments, because it's stupid. But the majority of the spam filter actually is spam. And I try my best to keep up in the comments, but I'm not 100% sure that all of them actually show up there. All I know is I'm pretty sure most of them show up there, and that's the best way I have to check the comments, is by checking there, because it's all the comments on every video coming in order. So I'll be keeping very close attention on the comments of this video, and I'll try and get back to you and everything. If you have anything you want to say to me, or if you have any questions for me, by all means ask questions. I'll try my best to answer you. Just keep an eye out for your notifications on YouTube to see when I respond to you. I hope it notifies you, because I've had it not notify me of people responding to me before, and that's frustrating. So you might need to manually check back, I'm not sure. As always, follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the time. It's easy to get in touch with me. Check out my Discord server in the description. We have a really active community over there. And the schedule's always on there too, for the weekly uploads, in case you want to just check on the fly real quick without clicking my vlog. Okay, I'm going to go get that editing done for Geek Remix. And I think I might not stream Thea the Awakening today. As much as I love Thea the Awakening, and I love streaming for you guys, I think I might need to just take an off-camera day, Just work on things that aren't using my voice and aren't using my face, and just try and relax, because I already live a high-stress life. Working on YouTube and streaming is incredibly stressful, as I'm sure you've heard 1,000 times. So many people like to say, oh, you're just playing video games in front of a camera and stuff. It's so stressful. I'm 25, and I'm already getting white in my beard. You can't see it very well, because my mustache is in the way. The underside, camera's on this side. The underside of my mustache, yeah, you basically can't see it. The underside of the mustache and all in here is starting to go white. It's actually pretty noticeable in person, but the color grading is all fucked up in this room with all the different colors and the camera, how it is. The color grading's not very good on this setup. I mean, the one thing you can notice is my hair is a completely different color from my beard. Look at this, natural hair, and then beard. My beard is so much more red than my hair, and I don't dye anything. I've never dyed my hair. It's just, that's the color. Yeah, a lot of things don't show up. Like, I have a black streak down the very center of my facial hair. It's a little bit in the mustache here, although very little hair grows right there. There's also a black streak here, but you can't see it very well. Almost at all, because the hairs overlap with it. Again, the coloring on the camera's not great. I'm rambling about the dumbest shit in the world now, which is my cue to probably stop. Yeah. So, I am going to go work on some other stuff. Please comment and let me know what you think, especially if you're someone who doesn't usually comment. I love seeing the names of lurkers who usually watch silently, because I'm sure there are people who watch every single day but have never commented before, and I don't know your name. And I'd like to know your name, because I know that I watch tons and tons of YouTube videos and never comment, even though I really should comment more. Alright, I'm gonna go work on stuff. Thank you everybody for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.